All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Our guests tonight are the co-founders of the Rhode Island Society for the Examination of Unusual Phenomena. Well, they've certainly come to the right show, haven't they? We're thrilled that they're here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Wicked Late, Ken DeCosta and Tom Stewart. Ken, how are you, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Tom, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you very much for being here. And
I have
so many questions about your organization, what it is that you do, how you got started. So to kick things off here in this little wraparound, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the organization got started and what it is that people come to you for when they avail themselves of your services?
Well, the roots of the organization probably go back to 2007. It's been sort of like a lifelong interest. Myself and my son David started this. Poor kid never had a chance because we were so invested in it. But you know, we did a lot of coffee table debates with some friends of ours because we always like a good mystery. So that kind of proceeded to us saying that we think we have a pretty good knowledge base about this. Maybe we can bring something to the table. So one thing led to another. We get the website going. And we actually got out into the field and started doing this. And it's led us to the point where right now we're the Rhode Island representatives for the American Ghost Society, which is based in Decatur, Illinois, a national organization.
Now, so you didn't start this organization just to get chicks, did you?
No, in my case, no.
Be honest.
I mean, obviously in my case, no. I can't vouch for everybody else.
Because we all know the chicks dig rock stars, ghost hunters, and of course, talk show hosts. We all know that. But now, if... I'm an ass. But guys, if someone wants to, you know, have you guys come out and do an investigation, how can they go about contacting you if they think that something's going on where they live, where they work, where they, you know, where their kids go to school? I don't know what you guys deal with, but if they wanted to find you guys, how would they go about doing so?
Yeah, well, we have a website set up that they can go to. It's R.I.S.E.U.P
Great.
And there's a contact page that will give you information on how you can email us or you can call us. And we usually like to start out with just a consultation, a telephone call, an interview to find out what it is that they feel is going on and maybe how we can assist them. And you know, everything is kept completely confidential and private. We don't ever release their information publicly to anyone. And you know, if it comes down to an investigation, we'll try and set something up with them.
Now, how often are you going out there to do investigations? I mean, is this a widespread, you know, epidemic is not the right word, but is it something that's fairly common? Are people contacting you regularly, or do you find yourselves doing a lot of investigative work?
Absolutely. I think that once you establish yourselves, the key to it is to do good work. And more, we really have our basis in historical research, and as a result of that, we've done a lot of very, very prominent and significant historical locations, excuse me, as well as private locations. There may be some kind of a misnomer as to what the field is all about. You know, people will call, and we're actually quite busy. People will call and immediately they'll say, well, you come to my house, you bring cameras and all of that. And actually an investigation is the last resort, because if you can resolve someone's problem right over the phone, answer some questions.
Maybe it's just the hot water heater, ping, ping.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Many times that's what it is.
Exactly. If you, sometimes you have to tell people that your Uncle Theo is not back in the house, you have squirrels walking around. But one way or the other, the idea is not to allow yourself the luxury of belief when you go on a case, but to go in objectively and try to find out what the cause is, whether it's supernatural or just...
You ever set up a shower cam?
We don't like to talk about that.
Everything's
for legal
confidential
reason.
and private.
No.
Certainly, yeah.
Restraining orders.
I've got one. You guys can look at the footage anytime you want.
Oh, good. That's
little added bonus thrown in with the Wicked Late T-shirts. But talk to me a little bit about, you know, it seems like in recent years, like you said, you've been, everything all right, Ken?
I'm fine.
All right, good. That's the asbestos, actually.
Oh, okay.
But in recent years, you talk about you guys, you know, getting started in 2007. It seems like this is becoming more commonplace. You're hearing more and more about this. You know, we all know about the Ghost Hunters TV show and stuff like that. Why do you guys think it's becoming more accepted, this type of thing? Do you think it's something that's obviously been around for a long time, but now it seems like more and more it's coming to the forefront in popular culture and in media? People are discussing this type of thing. Why do you guys think that is?
Well, I'll start it off. I'll let Tom finish it. We've both got kind of strong opinions on this. I'll give you the egghead version. Actually, throughout our history, in times of upheaval and turmoil, it's been shown that people tend to sway more toward the metaphysical and the spiritual. And we live in those type of times, going back to the 19th century with the big, the spiritualist movement, where people were, the cotton coming out of the noses. We've seen all those pictures, spirit photography, mediums, psychics. And we live in one of those times now. It's a very cyclical thing where people want to get back to really fundamental beliefs and get away from technology a little bit. So I think we're living in those times now, and it's not just the reality shows. You have Ghost Whisperer and Supernatural and Fringe and a bunch of other stuff I don't watch. But
yeah, it's become very, like you said, pop culture. And a lot of these shows, they've opened up the door to people wanting to discuss it openly. They're not afraid to say, I think I have a ghost, where most people feel like they'd be ridiculed or laughed at by their friends and family. Because they're seeing it on TV now, they're saying, maybe there really is something going on here. And in the past, no one knew where to go. If you have a plumbing problem, you call your plumber. If you have a termite, you call an exterminator. But when you have a ghost, no one knew who to call or anything. And other than the Ghostbusters movie, nobody had a clue. So,
the obligatory Ghostbusters reference.
Right. So this is where it leads us now, is that now it's more commonplace. People are a little more comfortable with saying, I don't understand what's happening to me. Can you help me?
Now, if you go out on an investigation, to you guys, what is considered a successful investigation? I mean, just if you resolve the problem, is that the name of the game, whether it is something or it isn't something? I mean, when you go out there, what is considered a success for you guys in the field?
Well, I'll give you a perfect non-answer. It all depends on what exactly it is that your client is looking for. Some people want validation.
Right.
Other people want it to be gone. And other people, for the most part, just want to know exactly what it is that they're experiencing. See, we believe that people do experience these type of things, and that's why we got into it to begin with. At the end of the day, it's just to be honest with them.
Right.
If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Some people get a little upset when you tell them that there are very mundane explanations, but the truth in the end is what we're looking for.
Guys, I once had a near-death experience.
Really?
Did you see tonight's monologue? No, I'm just kidding. Now, talk to me a little bit about what events you guys have coming up. How can people get involved and participate in this type of thing? Because I would think there are a lot of people out there that want to help you out or just are fascinated by this and would like to get involved.
Sure.
We've got a lot of stuff coming up lately. Everything's been happening with Halloween right around the corner and everything. We actually have a couple of investigations this month, actually, that are going to be broadcast live on radio with Liz Souza. She's from the Psychic in the City program, and it can be heard on CBS high definition radio all over the nation.
She and I used to date.
Did she?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, nice. And so then you know of her work.
Oh, I know her very well.
And one of our investigations will be a private residence.
Okay.
The other one is going to be actually at Sprague Mansion.
Okay.
And which is one of the most famously haunted places in Rhode Island. And if you want to tune in for that, you can listen to it on the internet through her website, which is psychiconair.com.
Very cool.
For that, we also have some ghost tours coming up at Fort Adams in Newport. They were nice enough to ask us to come in. We did some investigations there of our own, found out that there may or may not be something going on there.
Sure.
And we're opening it up to the public to come out on tours with us and actually do what we do with us.
Wow.
Use the equipment and all of that.
So conceivably, I could come out and do this with you.
You absolutely can.
Even after what we saw earlier.
Despite that.
The weekend of Halloween and the weekend before Halloween, we'll be doing that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. So definitely come down and do that. They'll have other haunted attractions and Halloween type stuff to do down there as well.
Certainly, you mentioned the website again, which is
www.riseupparanormal.com.
Very good, and people obviously can learn more about these events and other happenings within your organization on the website.
Absolutely.
Well,
we'll
guys,
be taking off to Nantucket in about 3 weeks for a bed and breakfast out there. So we're
bed and breakfast creep me out anyway.
I know it.
The two of you aren't going for a getaway.
No, it's not a getaway.
That's good to know. Well, bed and breakfasts are creepy anyway.
They are.
So, well, good luck with your findings.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so much for being here as part of our Halloween Spectacular. And I can't thank you enough for taking time to subject yourselves to the earlier investigation. That was a lot of fun. And
it was our pleasure.
I truly appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. And
happy Halloween.
Thank you. Continued success to you and your organization. And please keep us updated.
Thank you.
We will. Ken DeCosta, ladies and gentlemen, and Tom Stewart from Rise Up Paranormal, everybody. We'll be right back after this.